Alright, hello and welcome to a brand new channel.
Two Dice Block.
Two Dice Block.
We are Two Dice Block.
We are Two Dice Block. Luke came up with that name. He has the creative control and it's a genius name. I was thinking for hours and couldn't think of anything nearly as good.
I woke up and thought of it.
Well, of course you did.
Me in a dream.
Well done, yeah. So we can clearly see who the brains is behind this operation.
I'm looking at you, Carl.
Yeah, anyway, so what we are doing on this channel today is actually telling you what we are doing on this channel.
We are not telling you what a channel is. We are telling you what our channel is.
Yes. So in this video, basically what we wanted to do is talk about like the purpose, the structure, and basically the why we decided to create a Sunshine Coast Blood Bowl channel, why you should watch it, and what we hope that this will become in the future, I guess. So settle in. We're hoping to make it a short one. Hopefully like 10 to 15 minutes, so it's not too much of your time. Have a listen, and if you've got any feedback, we'll be more than welcome to hear it. So I guess we should start with, well, what is the purpose of this? Why have we decided to create Two Dice Block, a Blood Bowl channel for the Sunshine Coast? What's our main reason?
You know what, I got a sweet spot for Blood Bowl, and I want to build a community around Sunshine Coast. That's my point of view with the channel. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think we talked a long about this, and really what it comes down to is we just wanted to build a Sunshine Coast Blood Bowl community. We've had a fantastic time playing the league that we just played, and kudos to everyone that ran it. And we want to see more of it, I think is sums up.
So along with that, there is a lot of elements that come into Blood Bowl.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So like I really do enjoy the gaming aspect of it. I like the social aspect of it, but there is also hobbying.
Yeah, so I guess with this channel, we want to focus on Blood Bowl and all its aspects. So not just the playing of Blood Bowl, the game. I mean, we've seen on the Facebook site that the hobbying is such a big element, and there's so much cool stuff in there, and we just want to provide another media, another avenue where people in the community can really spotlight some of that. And you know, we were talking about, like I said, told you earlier about those new models, the different models for different teams, which people are finding are amazing, and the models that people are creating.
Scouring the internet, finding all kinds of crazy teams from.
Yeah,
it's endless.
I still love that. My favorite are the dwarves, that are like the Snow White dwarves. They're angry Snow White dwarves. I love that team.
What did I see the other day? It was the teddy bear team.
I saw that. Yeah. It took me a while to work out what they were, but I was like, oh, that's baller. That's straight up class.
What do you think of the giant?
Scary, but
they're not too bad.
They look cool. But I guess so bring back to the main point: build the community. So the game, the hobby, the events.
Well, the events. See, Blood Bowl is great. It's good to play amongst two people. But when you start playing leagues and stuff like that, you get the most out of the game.
Yeah, I agree. A league is how this game's meant to be run, but tournaments are also super fun as well.
Absolutely. There's been some good local ones.
It's like a real sport. It is all about the community and the people, all of it, the everything around it, the teams, the competition.
Look, Blood Bowl coaches, you know, they're the kind of gamers that you want to have a beer with. I'm not saying that, you know, you don't have a beer with someone that enjoys this or enjoys that, but Blood Bowl coaches, we're all a little bit crazy, and
we're gluttons for punishment, I think.
Oh yeah,
it punishes us so hard, but we keep coming back for more because we love it. But yeah, so that's the main purpose. I know that we both also talked about, I guess, some other things that we wanted to do with this channel. For me, you know, a teacher by trade, I'm big on just an informative channel that can also explain some aspects of the game. So I'm really keen to do like theory crafting. I love theory crafting, looking at different lists that you could run for different teams. What are their strengths? What are their weaknesses? Explaining certain aspects of the game, which if you're one of those persons who's not a big rules guy and does not like to sift through 3 pages on how to do an assist, I'd love to just do a 4-minute video that explains it.
Even just what is Blood Bowl?
Yeah, even just should you get into it?
Up until maybe a year or two ago, I didn't know that it existed, and I try and explain to people what's Blood Bowl. Well, we're going to do that for you.
Yeah, and why you should play it. The key answer is spoilers. Yes, you should play
Blood Bowl.
All right, but that's definitely something. That's an area of this channel that I am definitely very keen to get involved in. Is that informative, that theory crafting side? I love that side.
Oh, look, once you have a couple of games, you get the understanding, and you can talk for hours about this stuff.
Oh yeah, it's amazing that it's crazy. And then a double skull can still make you fall on your face,
and it makes the day when it's your opponent.
Yeah. There's another thing that we talked about that we definitely wanted to bring into this channel, particularly when the league starts, and this was something that you're very excited for. So, Luke, if you'd like to take us away on this one.
Sorry, that was the
so looking at the league, so the whole sports
league,
channel thing, right?
Okay, yeah. So, look, it's a tabletop game, but when you start looking at it from different angles, you can really get into the You can feel like you're part of a sports team.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I would say Blood Bowl does that theme better than any other game I've played. Just the sports league theme, and we want to like go in hard with that.
Yes, definitely. From a point of view of, you can really get down to that pitch level and feel like you're in the middle of a gritty fantasy game of fantasy football. So we were talking about basically to start off, we really would like to do for each round, just film one game and just do a game of the round. Now that's not like the best game played every round. It is just spotlighting different teams in the league. I know that when we played the last league, because there was 2 divisions, and our teams were so good that we decided not to make it to finals. It was a personal choice.
Yeah, definitely. Not salty about it at all. We didn't even get to play against any of a lot of the teams, or half the teams in the league. Right? We didn't even see them. I heard that there was a really sweet necromantic team that was doing really well. There was some really kick-ass pro elves.
There was pro elves, yeah.
Yeah, and I love pro elves, and I didn't get to see a pro. I think I played one pro elf game in my league. Which,
you know what I don't miss?
What's that?
We didn't have to play dwarves.
We didn't have to play dwarf. There was a dwarf league. Look, I will say
nothing against dwarves.
Nothing against dwarves. The guard spam is hard to play against, but look, I tell you what, I love watching dwarf games.
Dwarves can ruin
your day. I love watching them.
They can ruin your day.
They are great to watch from the sidelines when your team isn't the one getting pummeled to the ground. But yeah, so we'd like to do the spotlight so that people, if you're in the league, you can put on a game and you can see, oh, that's that team, and then maybe you might come up against that team and you have something to talk about that team, and playing the Skaven that suddenly were beating up all his dwarves or something.
And if you're time poor like some of us, we will be doing a small recap of the games that we can actually monitor.
Yeah.
So that you don't have to sit down and watch an hour or so of a match report.
Yeah.
You can just get the
general gist.
General gist of
it. And just to be clear, that with the spotlight games, the game of the round, it's all voluntary. We're not going to rock up and start filming a game. It's not how it works. We're just going to put the call out. There's anyone playing a game and they wouldn't mind us just putting a camera on and watching.
Yes, we will be silent.
Yes.
We will not be influencing any sense or form.
No, and we might not even really be there. And we're not going to. It's not about criticizing what's going on or talking about a game. It's just literally about recording and seeing 2 teams that people might not get to play or see, and going, oh yeah, I know that team. That's absolutely that's cool. And if you're not keen to have your team or your game filmed, we're not going to film you. Right?
There is no
completely opt in.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, we also were talking about, I know this is a great one of mine, we're doing pre- and post-season just breakdowns.
Ooh, yes.
Where we would just talk about, here's all the teams that are in the league, and here's the divisions, and at the end, here's all the teams that were in the league, here's who ended up on top, here's what was like really hot, here's what was a little bit not, unfortunately didn't work, what
wasn't meant to work, and what wasn't meant to work.
And some maybe of the funnest things we saw in the season, whether that be the throw teammates, which were great, your the death count and your poor gutter runners.
Yeah, they die.
Just some fun stuff like that, and we would also love to eventually do the coach interviews in a very role play like manner. Interviews. So just like you see the poor coaches of the cricket team or whatnot after the match getting mobbed by a bunch of reporters. Hey mate, what happened in this game? What do you think that your players need to do to improve their games? They're going to be back to the training yard for
you. Are you going home to rethink your life?
Yeah. Or you're hitting with the hard-hitting questions. That's
the point of view that we'd like to take.
Yeah, there's some fun role-playing, just like getting that sports season theme going, I think.
So look out for the finals.
You
might see a couple of journalists.
Oh, we should dress up. It's like journalists with the big boom mics.
We might get some guest journalists in,
Yeah. All right, so that's essentially everything that we're hoping to do with the channel get started. It's what we'd love to do for this current league of of Blood Bowl in the coming weeks. And if you're into it, and it sounds good, let us know because we're keen to do it. I guess the next part of the video, which will probably be a bit shorter, is what our long-term goals are. So if this is successful, where would we like to go? And Luke, so where do you see this? What's your main goal?
Okay, I'm a simple man, and I feel strongly that I would just like to see a season 3 from Sunshine Coast Blood Bowl.
Yeah, I think that's really it. I think our goal is we just want to play more Blood Bowl.
Yeah.
So we just want to keep the community growing, keep it positive, and keep it rolling so that we can keep playing more seasons.
Also, we're about informing people about the ins and outs of the game.
Yeah, so that was a big one that we were talking about, is that if people do want to run leagues, I think we discussed this a little bit earlier, but if there are league commissioners, because I know it's actually a lot tougher than people think being a league commissioner, who are organising all these events, we're here for you to use. We want to work with you to just make it easier to communicate what's going on with the leagues and what people need to do, and how it will be easier, or what we can do to make your life as a league commissioner easier, essentially.
Yeah, I think I've been in contact with the league commissioner, and there might be a meet and greet and a Q&A in the next couple of weeks.
No worries. So if you got stuff like that, we're more than happy to put that on the channel and an update, and just let people know. As some people prefer to get their information visually, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
As well as on the Facebook site, the Sunshine Coast Facebook
Sunshine
site.
Coast Blood Bowl.
So that's where the main source of information is?
It is. People post their match reports there. There is all kinds of stuff from people trading teams, people asking for advice on how to paint, people giving advice on how to paint, stuff like that.
Yeah, so that's the one-stop shop. The Facebook. If you're watching this for some reason and you're not already on that site, I don't know how, but join that site. All right.
Yeah, it's good for a laugh, hey.
Yeah, it is. There's a lot of good stuff that goes on there. That's for the informative, the league commission working, and that's for events and tournaments and stuff as well. I think we just want to help communicate and just make it easier for you.
Yeah, if you tune into our channel, you will find out when the leagues start and end, how to get involved.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And the last one, we want to just cover we really want to dive into that sports channel theme, like we said, and we'd like to do more of that stuff if people are willing to have us. Is that about sum it up?
I think we've done enough to let people know what we'd like to put forward.
Yeah. Cool. Otherwise, we are going to look at doing we've already kind of planned another video to do where we're just going to talk about the current upcoming league and how you can get involved and why you should.
There's plenty of reasons for that.
Oh yeah, so many that could you say that we could cover it in another whole video?
Yeah, you're a genius.
No, not just a pretty face, mate. All right, but otherwise, thanks for watching, and hopefully we've entertained you enough that you'll tune in to the next one. So I guess we'll call it there. So I'll see you on the pitch.
Good luck and have fun.